Let's just start with what this trip means for this team. Obviously, you guys have been to Utah. You'll be here. This is your last stop. But what does this experience mean for the team?
I think it's great considering we definitely got ourselves handed to us in Utah. Great learning experience. It's our last preseason game, so we want to end it on the right note and fix some of the kinks that we had from last game. And as soon as we get back to Australia, actually, we play on the 11th, so it's really a grind time now.
Yeah, you said it was a 30-hour trip to get from there to here. So, you probably – how much did that kind of factor into the Utah game?
Who knows, but at the end of the day, you don't want to make any excuses, and we've learned from it. We've built this past week, but it's all about today right now, and we want to make sure we play Perth basketball and end this trip on a good note.
What is Perth basketball? Easy for me to say.
I would say we're a team that doesn't take plays off 100%, very team-oriented, and I think more than anything, just showing togetherness, and I think we got a little too caught up in the moment last game, but you live and you learn. That's part of basketball, so hopefully we can take care of that tonight.
Obviously, you have experience in both leagues. What are the major differences, kind of compare and contrast the NBA with the NBL?
I think one of the biggest differences is just the size of the floor. Obviously, the three-point line is a little bit different for some people, but more than anything, just learning to adjust, because there's certain passes that you might be able to get away with in Australia that you can't get away with here and things of that sort. But those are things that you have to learn on the fly, though. It shouldn't take a whole game, per se, to kind of figure that out.
We've heard a lot about the physical nature of that league. Can you speak to that and just how physical is it?
It's definitely physical for sure, but I feel this league's pretty physical as well. So you've been playing basketball for this long. It's nothing that you're going to see that you haven't experienced before. So I'm just looking forward to it tonight, and I think it should be pretty fun. So
in that respect, then, a guy like Torrey Craig, who obviously made the jump from the NBL to the NBA, it doesn't surprise you that he was easily able to make that kind of transition?
No, not at all. I think as far as the style of the play, in a sense, Australia is very similar to America when you compare it to Europe. And Craig, he's a hell of a player. Very athletic, shoot the ball, great defender, and he's doing all the things that we saw him do in Australia, but he's fit in terrific with the Denver Nuggets, so it just looks that much better for him.
And for you, coming off that MVP season, what's next for you? What do you want to continue to kind of build on for this season?
Everything. I feel like no matter how good or bad of a season you have, you can always improve. But this is definitely something big for us, especially with us having a new team, new core for the most part, coming into this year in comparison to last year. So if we can get our gel right for this game, I think we'll feel great going into our opener next week.
Wonderful. Good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.